Mikrofondan bir de ne? Mikrofondan bir de. That's okay. That's okay.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله، والله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بالزهراء فاطمة عليه السلام. Condolences on the martyrdom anniversary of Sayyidat Nisa al-Alameen, Fatima al-Zahra, Salamullahi alayha. As usual, we have the Hadeeth dialogue, and I encourage Mu'minat to share their perspective on the Hadith that we share. The Hadith that I want to share is from Fatima al-Zahra, Salamullahi alayha, and though this Hadith I shared before, I wanted to share it again as a reminder to those who were with us and also those who were not, as it is a very significant and very beautiful hadith from Lady Fatima al-Zahra sallallahu alayha in regards to our journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our relationship with God. Often we speak about Sayyidat Zahra sallallahu alayha, about her defense of the Imam of her time, Amir al-Mu'mineen sallallahu alayhi, about her relationship with her father, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Therefore she is Ummu Abiha. She reaches the level that she becomes the source of care and caregiving to her father, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So many of those connections, or her connection with her children, the Imamain al-Hasan wal-Hussein, or their daughter Zainab salamullah alayha, or Kulthum if she is different than Zainab salamullah alayha. However, one of the things that are less frequently discussed is her relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even when it came to the dua, the famous narrative that many of us are familiar with is how much she prayed for the people. So her relationship even with the people, besides her family, her immediate family, we know of her relationship with the people in general, praying for all the neighbors, all the people, to the point that she prayed for their children and their lineage. In other words, we are included in the dua of Fatima salamullah alayha. However, one thing that again is less frequently discussed is her relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the hadith that she shares actually highlights how everything else that she does is in line with, or is basically part of, her communication and relationship with her Lord, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The hadith says, "Man as'ada lillahi khalisa ibadatih," whoever raising here not in the physical sense, but in the sense that you're doing something that's valuable, you're putting something forward, you're paying a very high price for a big cause. Here she says, whoever raises the most sincere of their acts of worship to the Almighty, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God will take care of their affairs in the best possible way. Ahsana maslahatih. He will grant them the best of their maslahah, or whatever is best for them in general. So I wanted to, this is the hadith in brief. I shared a little bit about it myself, but I want to hear from you if you have anything that you would like to share. I would also encourage the youth to participate in this dialogue if they want to share their perspective on this hadith, inshallah. I'm not getting any feedback. So I guess the theme of the Aza perhaps has taken your voices away in grief of Fatima Salamullah alayha. Nevertheless, in very brief terms, I want to share that whatever Ahlul Bayt did, whatever they did in their lives, and this is basically this statement of Fatima Salamullah alayha is actually expressing this very truth or this fact, that whatever they did it sincerely for the sake of the Almighty. Whatever they did. In other words, she did not do a thing, whether it be in her house for her family, or with her husband, or with her neighbors, or with her father, or with anyone else for that matter. She did not do a thing except that she was concerned and basically considering her duty to the Almighty, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with ikhlas. Whatever she did it with sincerity and the pure intention for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is something that we should all learn and perhaps put into practice. Try and make sure whatever we do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is it possible? Yes, we can even make our simple acts like drinking water sincerely for the sake of God. If one focuses, they can make even the drinking of water, going to work, getting into your car, turning your car, starting your, whatever it is that you can imagine, you can do it and purify your intention, make it sincerely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what we should learn from Fatima Salamullah alayha. Inshallah, with that I will conclude the hadith dialogue. It was more of a monologue, but inshallah in the future we'll have more dialogues inshallah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.